Hello everyone, and this is Cameron, and today I'm going to give you some more Transformers news. Now this is about the toys, because recently the Toy Fair 2016 Hasbro event has happened. Got a whole lot of new stuff from different Transformers series like the movies, Robots in Disguise, Titan Returns, but I'm going to specifically talk about the movies and Robots in Disguise alone. Now first, let's just talk about Robots in Disguise, more specifically the Combiner Force series. Now you notice on the right we have Bruticus, and he'll finally, well, maybe he'll appear in the show, maybe it's just toy purposes, I'm not sure. Maybe he might be the big bad. I mean, we don't really know what's going on with Robots in Disguise in terms of story, so we'll just be left surprised. So whether or not he's actually going to be in it, or if he's just for a toy purpose, we'll just have to wait and see, because obviously Menosaur has already been speculated to be in the series as well. But on the left, what that is actually Ultra B. That's been given a name, so it seems that they've been powered up a second time. So, but of course, if that does appear in the show itself, of course, it'll be very interesting on how that plays out itself. So that's really it on the Robots in the Sky stuff. We've also got a few other combiner, forced together, like the small versions and stuff. So, but now let's move on to the movie. First up, we have the three-headed dragon that was in one of the trailers. Now I can't actually tell the name because it is in a packaging at the back of all the other Transformers Last Night toys, but I obviously no idea what it is. And people say it's going to be Predaking, but by just looking very much at the back, it doesn't seem like the name Predaking is actually appearing, but I don't know. Of course we'll have to wait and see. Of course, towards the release of Transformers, we'll probably get more toy information, which will probably spoil a few other characters. But yeah, let's go on to the main wide shot here of all the Transformers Last Night figures that they've displayed. So obviously right off the bat there's a ton of speculation that you can do on what these characters are. There's obviously going to be a few that pop out, like a few on the far right. You know, we've got the Red Drift, and then we've got Hound, and then obviously towards the right next to Optimus it looks like Megatron, maybe, perhaps, obviously by the way it's designed. Of course the image is very blurred, so I do apologize about that, but it is actually how the official image came out. Who knows if we'll get a high definition version that will help with that. Of course you can see in the far back that big dragon thing that I was mentioning. I think the actual red character at front, that is the robot form of the three-headed dragon. Of course around that as well you see these small little figures as well, like Legion classes and that kind of stuff. Nothing I'm too interested in, but of course you guys can pause the video and just have a look at that yourself. And I will be doing a big shot right now, just going across them. It is in bad quality, but maybe that'll help you a bit better and make you speculate on what other the toys are going to be and stuff. So yes, very interesting stuff indeed. And the last bit of Transformers The Last Night news that's really something to talk about is just this right here. As we can see in the far below, we've got Drift, Bumblebee, Barricade and Hound, and just small little figures and stuff, like one step changes, sort of stuff like that. Of course you can pause the video as well just to have a good look at that yourself. So there we go, guys, that's basically all the kind of big stuff to talk about in terms of what they showed off. Now I will leave a link in the description below, and it will go directly to TFW 2005. Big thanks to that site for giving all the information. And yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to say on this. Of course, share me your thoughts in the comment section below, and for more Transformers stuff, subscribe here. Goodbye everyone.